They were the embodiment of discipline, loyalty, and lethal precision. Armed with razor-sharp katanas, they lived and died by an unbreakable code, Bushido. But behind the romanticized image of the noble samurai lies a history drenched in blood, deception, and betrayal. What was the true reality of Japan's warrior class, and how did these once feared warriors vanish from history? The origins of the samurai trace back to the late Heian period, when Japan was a land divided by warring clans. The imperial court relied on local warriors to maintain control, but over time these fighters grew more powerful, forming their own ruling class. By the 12th century, the samurai were no longer just mercenaries, they had become the true rulers of Japan. The Genpei War marked the moment the samurai solidified their dominance. The victorious Minamoto clan established the first shogunate in 1192, with Minamoto no Yoritomo as the first shogun. This military government effectively reduced the emperor to a symbolic figure, while the samurai became the backbone of Japan's ruling system. However, this new warrior-led system was not without its struggles. The Kamakura shogunate faced constant challenges, including Mongol invasions in 1274 and 1281. These attacks, led by Kublai Khan, tested the strength of the samurai. Against overwhelming odds, the samurai fought back with relentless dedication, aided by the kamikaze, divine winds or typhoons, that devastated the Mongol fleet and saved Japan from conquest. Samurai lived by a strict moral and ethical code known as Bushido, which emphasized loyalty, honor, courage, and self-discipline. For a samurai, loyalty to their lord or daimyo was absolute. Disobedience was unthinkable. Death before dishonor was a fundamental principle. If a samurai failed in duty or suffered disgrace, they were expected to commit seppuku, ritual suicide by disembowelment, to restore their honor. This practice was seen as the ultimate demonstration of loyalty and self-control. However, Bushido was not just about death, it also dictated how a samurai lived. They were expected to master the art of war, be skilled in swordsmanship, archery, and horsemanship, and cultivate intellectual and artistic pursuits like calligraphy and poetry. One lesser-known aspect of Bushido was the role of women in samurai society. Female samurai, known as onabugeisha, were trained in combat and were expected to defend their homes in times of crisis. Figures like Tomoe Gozen, a legendary warrior who fought in the Genpei War, demonstrated that samurai values extended beyond men alone. Samurai warfare was brutal and highly tactical. Their battles were a combination of strategy, personal combat, and psychological warfare. One of the most famous battles in samurai history was the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, which decided the fate of Japan. This monumental clash between the Eastern Army led by Tokugawa Ieyasu and the Western Army commanded by Ishida Mitsunari marked a turning point in Japanese history. The battle was not merely a military confrontation but a culmination of years of political tension and alliances. Tokugawa Ieyasu, an ambitious and strategic leader, had slowly gained power by positioning himself as the protector of the young Toyotomi heir after the death of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. However, many samurai lords saw Ieyasu as a threat to their power, leading to the formation of the Western Army to oppose him. On October 21, 1600, the battle erupted in the fields of Sekigahara, with over 160,000 warriors clashing in a fierce struggle for dominance. The battlefield was chaotic, with war cries, gunfire, and the clash of katanas echoing across the land. The outcome of the battle hinged on a series of betrayals. Several daimyo from the Western Army switched sides mid-battle, turning the tide in Ieyasu's favor. One of the most significant betrayals was that of Kobayakawa Hideaki, whose forces abandoned Mitsunari at a crucial moment, leading to the collapse of the Western Army's defense. By the end of the day, Tokugawa Ieyasu emerged victorious, securing his dominance over Japan. This victory allowed him to establish the Tokugawa shogunate, a military dictatorship that would rule Japan for over 250 years. The battle not only unified Japan but also ushered in a period of peace and stability known as the Edo period. However, for many samurai who fought on the losing side, the aftermath was grim. Defeated generals like Ishida Mitsunari were executed and their clans were dissolved. Those who remained loyal to the Toyotomi cause were either forced into exile or reduced to irrelevance in the new political order. This battle stands as one of the most decisive moments in samurai history, a reminder that loyalty and betrayal often determine the fate of Japan's warriors. Despite their code of honor, samurai were no strangers to betrayal. Some of the most infamous moments in Japanese history were shaped by treachery within the samurai ranks. One of the most notorious betrayals was the assassination of Oda Nobunaga in 1582. Nobunaga, one of the three great unifiers of Japan, was ambushed by his own general, Akechi Mitsuhide, at the Honnoji Temple in Kyoto. Trapped and outnumbered, Nobunaga chose to commit seppuku rather than be captured. But betrayal was not always about power struggles. Sometimes it was about revenge. The legendary tale of the 47 Ronin is a testament to this. After their master, Lord Asano, was forced to commit seppuku due to an unfair ruling, his samurai became Ronin, or masterless warriors. For over a year they plotted revenge against the official responsible, Lord Kira. In a meticulously planned attack they assassinated Kira, knowing full well that they too would have to die. Their act of loyalty became one of the most famous samurai legends. The Edo period, from 1603 to 1868, brought centuries of peace, but ironically peace was the downfall of the samurai. With no wars to fight, many samurai became bureaucrats, poets, or scholars. The warrior class that once ruled Japan found itself increasingly irrelevant. Then came the Meiji Restoration in 1868, a turning point that marked the end of feudal Japan. The new government sought to modernize the country, adopting Western military tactics and technology. The samurai, with their outdated armor and swords, were no match for the firepower of modernized armies. The final stand of the samurai came in the Satsuma Rebellion in 1877, led by Saigo Takamori, often called the last true samurai. A group of 40,000 samurai rebelled against the imperial government, but were ultimately crushed. The defeat marked the symbolic end of the samurai era, as Japan fully embraced modernization. Even after their decline, samurai traditions persisted in unexpected ways. The Yakuza, Japan's infamous crime syndicates, adopted many aspects of samurai culture, including rituals, hierarchies, and a strict code of conduct. In some ways, the spirit of the samurai lived on through these underground networks. However, perhaps the most enduring legacy of the samurai is found in modern martial arts. Traditional disciplines such as Kendo, Iaido, Judo, and Kyudo, or Japanese archery, continue to preserve the samurai's combat techniques and philosophy. Practitioners of Kendo still train in the art of the sword, using bamboo shinai to simulate katana combat. Iaido focuses on the precise and fluid drawing of the sword, emphasizing mindfulness and technique. Judo, developed from jujutsu, teaches self-discipline, leverage, and strategy, all crucial aspects of samurai combat. Beyond martial arts, the principles of Bushido remain embedded in Japanese corporate culture, education, and even self-improvement philosophies worldwide. The dedication to mastery, loyalty, and discipline is a testament to the lasting power of samurai traditions, proving that although the warriors may have vanished, their influence is far from forgotten.